Good morning and welcome to day 25. My goodness, those numbers are starting to get big fairly quickly. You may be able to see the sun poking its rays through those trees. I had a really good night's sleep last night. The rain stayed very dry. Eventually it stopped raining and I went to sleep all lovely jubbly. What about you, Finn?
After the storm I slept really well actually, it was good.
Yeah, I had a really good sleep as well. It's actually fairly pretty this morning. I mean, as pretty as sort of forests get. We've got really, really bright lake all lovely across there. And some nice cake to look forward to, so I think I'm a happy bunny. We're going to go into town today and we're going to do a massive, massive food carry. 4 days of food.
4 days, which is the longest we've had to do so far.
I think it's the longest we will do on the whole GR5, so it's going to be a big one today.
A good shop.
Yeah, I'm really hoping it's a good shop as well. Rolling on out. We had a nice 8 o'clock fairly early leave. Yep. Normally we don't push off till about 8:30, so that's fantastic.
On some really quite nice wooded tracks, which
it's a very sparse forest. I think it's very controlled.
Yeah.
And I think we're on it probably 45 minutes out of town now. So this is our 4-day food carry. This is one person's food. We also have quite a big baguette in there for lunch. This is Finn's. Oh, have I got the waffles as well, Finn?
Yeah, I have some waffles.
I think I had some waffles as well, so there you go. That's what a 4-day food carry looks like. Okay, so it's so dark you can't see us. Yeah. We've got our full day's food, 4-day food carry. We're definitely past the £20 point. I would say we've easily bought 4 or 5 or 6 kilos of food. Yeah. A lot of food. Hopefully the volume will go down a bit once we eat that massive lunch. Have you got the cheese?
I've got the cheese.
Fantastic. It's going to be a good lunch though. Wow, you know, being heavyweight is hard. I think first estimations.
Look how full I am.
I think we're pushing these sort of like. Is this way, Finn?
What's that way?
I think we're pushing the sort of 22, 23. That's just rough estimation. We're going to do a count up at lunch, mass-wise. Pounds. Which is like the top end of frameless.
People really say you should carry frameless.
I mean, with these extra wide straps, is carrying pretty well. Finn's struggling a bit. That one's got a bit narrower.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're still making some good speed, which is nice. Hello, we've just met an ultralight backpacker. Name is, go on, introduce yourself.
Sorry?
Introduce yourself.
I'm just Stefan.
Stefan, he's got...
Stefan de Britain.
He's got a Six Moons Designs backpack that is really old, and it looks so amazing. I don't know what's happened to Six Moons Designs backpacks, because this thing is like everything we think is good in a backpack, and the new like minimalist stuff is not...
200 pounds.
Yeah.
If you want to buy, it's 200 pounds.
But yeah, so maybe we might even camp up this evening. We'll see what happens. We're heading in the same ways, but things may or may not happen. But
I'm sorry for my English. I'm just...
he speaks fantastic
When I will
English.
finish, I will ask to my wife. She's an English teacher.
Yeah.
And she will see on the YouTube and she will translate.
I'm sure she'll think it's brilliant. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to move on to see that, and so hopefully we'll meet up again down the trail. Oh yeah, just exposing ourselves into a bit of forest. Can you see that? And out of the forest even. Sweet mountain up ahead.
Looking at the coal we're going to?
No, I don't reckon it's quite that far. Oh, that in the near ground.
Yeah.
That could be the Col, maybe. Maybe. This is more like it. We're closing in on Col Fromage. I reckon another 45 minutes and we're going to be up there. Hard going, but very rewarding. Okay, so we're pretty sure that Col is where we're going. Just seen this awesome rocky bit. How sweet is that, man?
That's some water erosion.
That is some... That's crazy. Wow, we've made it to Col Fromage and it's absolutely stunning up here. We've been totally pacing as well. I cannot believe just how fast we've been going. I guess 25 days on the trail, a good night's sleep, and 500 millilitres of energy drink really keeps you pacing. Let me give you a quick review with the front camera. So you're actually at Col Fromage at the moment. I have no idea why it's called that, but this is where we've just emerged to. This is a cool mountain we've been heading towards, and then over here we've got the fantastic views. But yeah, check this rocket. Anyway, Finn.
Oh, guys, I just caught a wild cheese.
Oh, that's why it's called Col Fromage. That will go great with our manky old bread. Man, how is that wild goat's fromage that you caught, Finn?
It was really good. Worth the effort of catching it. It was about 10 minutes of trekking and chasing after it. But it's made this bread way
It's so much better to have fromage in your bread rather than just plain bread. You know, even with, and we just worked it out exactly, a 23-pound frameless pack, we just crushed those miles. We just worked out the timings, and I think we didn't. You've got cheese on your hat.
Jesus Christ.
Even though we did, I think it was supposed to take us, how long was it supposed to take us swim?
3 hours or an hour?
I think it was 3.5 hours, and we did it in just under 2 hours, so we crushed the book's timings, we crushed the signs timings. We just did that so fast then. Here we go then, trundling down the mountain to the town. Both of us are feeling like we want to get some speed going, because then we can have a coffee break and edit a video, and we're quite a little bit behind on the video editing, so that would be fantastic. And we want to avoid this cloud, which is ominous, and I think the forecast is for rain, so that's all bad. But hey ho, our spirits are high with cheese. Oh, we're running from that rain, can you see it? We're going faster and faster.
What's the
Hot chocolate's pretty damn fine, to be honest.
just sitting in the cafe, gonna do some video editing, and then
No 4G or Wi-Fi. So
yeah, and the rain just started coming in as we walked in, but the sky's looking okay. Let's get some hot chocolate in us.
Off again, that was a great cafe stop.
Got the video uploaded, which was unexpected but brilliant.
The 4G sort of just kicked in and all started working, which was fantastic. And now we're pushing off at 4:15. We're going to make it to the lake in sub 2 hours because we're machines. And then once we get there, we're going to go for a swim and really touch wood.
Weather holds off.
May come and touch this root here. Touch wood. It won't rain on us. So this is what it looks like going up a hill fast. Look exactly the same as going slowly, apart from your legs are burning, you're drenched in sweat, and you find it more difficult to breathe. Lac Miroir. There we go. Fantastic mountain scenery. Let's get pitched up in the last rays of sun. There we go, I'm all pitched up beautifully. Finley's pitch is also looking very good. There's still a few rays of sun, and I think that I am going to go for a swim in that reflection. Diving into the mirror. You ready? Yes, rolling, man. We run for ages. Whoa, that splash. Nicely done.
It's quite green.
Video editing. We just watched Finn dive in slow motion.
And it's the funniest
Oh my
thing.
goodness, I think I'm actually crying.
God, I just like
Stare. Smouldering stare. I think we're gonna add that in just for the lols because that's hilarious.
Here we go. CJ's preparing to dive.
I need this wash so badly. Ready?
Yep. How is the temperature?
It's pretty cold.
Pretty cold.
Quite green. Okay, I want to make sure I'm really clean. Wow, it's good. You're gonna really like it.
Yeah, we're gonna slow-mo this whole cleaning phase as well.
Man, I feel so good for that clean. How do you feel,
I
Phil?
properly washed my hair and everything, which we really needed.
I was
Lakes
so
just mean
sweaty
we really
climbing
don't
up.
have to go to campsites, which
I
is
love
great.
lakes, and I'm pretty sure this is an official bivouac spot as well, because we
there's
saw a
other
sign
people
saying
camping and
bivouac, and there's one other guy camping. So this is
it's
just
really nice. It's
a
super
mega
chill.
spot on the GR5,
Super chill.
and we're going to
Definitely
get some sweet photos of this reflection tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So very unfortunately, Finn, what happened at the shop?
So, despite our best efforts, there was no instant noodles, and our favourite is instant noodles. So we had to get the heavier, but probably more calorific, couscous and tuna.
Which is currently cooking up in your pot with the lid not on properly.
I mean, it's because my lid's amazing.
How's the Catalan thon and couscous, Finn?
The good thing about this, even if it's a bit colder because it cools down, doesn't taste quite as nice. All that's nice with the variety is you get so much.
I cannot believe how HD my face is. I can't believe I had this camera wrong the whole time. My God, I cannot also believe just how beautiful it is here. And we've got this
You've gotta keep me in it 'cause I'm most of the beauty.
stunning rock face all the way around there. We've got the mirror lake, which we can just gaze into and see both things. And then more epic views the whole way round. This is one of my favourite campsites. It's probably only trumped by that other epic lake that we had the swimming and the diving at. That was probably a bit nicer. Not as great scenery as here, but just the camp, I don't know. They're both fantastic.
This is a brilliant camp spot.
Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm really enjoying my tuna. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as the thing, but I'm really loving it. Bedtime in this fantastic campsite. Really looking forward to some story this evening. And I just can't say enough about how beautiful it is up here, really. I really hope the light's good tomorrow morning.
My day just got a lot worse. You see this? Here? That is a popped therm rest in the same place, in the same way again. Like, I'm not abusive to my therm rest. It shouldn't fail like that.
Good morning and welcome to day... What day is it today?
26.
26.
Wow,
Jesus.
big numbers.
We've got a stunning morning. You can see the sunlight is hitting these mountains and will hit us very soon, which I very much look forward to because that is going to be lovely when the sun hits us. The lake is full on mirror mode. I slept fairly well. I managed to sleep through. So there was a bit of a lightning scare last night just before we were going, probably about just as it got dark. About 9:30. We saw there was a really, really intense lightning storm just over there. Like literally every 5 to 10 seconds there was a flash of lightning. It was like
also,
boom,
my
boom.
therm rest broke.
Yeah, Finn's thermal has popped, which is really not a yay, to be honest.
It's a proper bum.
But after the lightning strike, I managed to fall to sleep, and then woke up pretty much like 6 o'clock. Had a bit of a half sleep, so I had a great night. So now I'm looking forward to a bit of luncheon. We just got a breakfast even. So yeah, brekkie time, yay! So we're deciding to mix our breakfast up a little bit instead of just having just cake for 4 days. So we've got jam, waffles, and Belvita breakfast biscuit. I think that's going to be a great combo.
This is why they call it the mirror lake, guys. Look at that reflection. That is actually insane.
Okie dokie, so we just had a cool photo sesh with the lake mirror. Now we're off.
Lots more reflection photos.
Lots more reflection photos, yes. So I think we've got a fairly large day today, don't we, Finn? Any ideas what the stats are?
I think we've got between a 7 and a 9 hour day. So after 9 hours we hit a Col, but I would rather camp a bit before that, otherwise it will make the next day quite short. So it really depends on how the camping is.
Yeah, and potentially no cafe stops. We think we might be out in the sticks a bit. We got plenty of power.
Uploads done.
Uploads are all done, so we're happy chappies. We're just going to walk, hopefully eat some of this food so we don't have to carry it all, because it's pretty heavy still. A particularly nice second lake we're walking past here.
It's very blue.
Yeah, I can't believe just quite how blue it is. Unusual to have quite so many gorgeous lakes so close together, really. Righty-ho then, first really tough climb of this morning. We're going to summit this Col. And all the time the views are materialising, but that's all you're going to... Wow, what a fantastic view from up here. It is true.
Yeah, worth the climb.
That was hard work, but it's...
You can see all the way down to the town.
Let me go with the front camera. So this is the sweeping mountains. That's the lake we just passed. You can see just down there, I think, is the town we were on. But just look at those mountains. That pointy one over there. And what we've got ahead as well. Look at that rocky... scree bits and mountains. I just can't wait. The GR5 is just exceeding all expectations. Oh, yeah. Wow, this view as we are contouring, as we contour round. Finn's yelling that there are birds below us, which is insane. It's just so majestic. I just in a real sort of ethereal moment. It's lovely. So we've come down into the forest. Now we're walking along forested track. We think it's fairly flat for a fair way. And we're just chilling out in the flat. Okay, so we've just been doing a bit of a road walk, probably like an hour's road walk. It was pretty unpleasant, but we've just seen something which we think is worth showing. Can you see it over there? A crazy bridge between the two mountainy bits. We really, really hope we get to do that little bridge, because that would be sweet.
We're on that wicked bridge.
It's super cool up here. Let me give you a thing with the front camera. So this is the particularly beautiful valley that we've been walking along today. I don't think I've been quite made out how lovely it is. We contoured round back around there somewhere, and then walked all the way down. And then this is the bridge. Whoa! That is a long way, and I really don't want to drop my phone. And in the other direction, we've got some crazy bit going on over there. And then more majestic views. We're going to have some luncheon soon because my tummy is rumbling and I'm a bit under-calorised from that subpar brekkie. Hello, so we're having some luncheon. We got different tortillas and some
Not quite such a fan of these tortillas, honestly.
really fancy mackerel today. So this we bought
A
three
lot
different
of mackerel in them.
we bought one salmon, one mackerel,
And one
other,
tuna?
and another mackerel, I think. One of the mackerels, and this one is the really fancy one. We're eating it first because it's the heaviest, and we want to reduce our pack weight, and it's really tasty. Although the tortillas aren't as good, this tomato and spiced salmon is really making up for it. Mackerel even. It was a good lunch spot. Now we've got a hard climb up to a small hamlet, and then from there we're going to look for somewhere to camp. There was somebody selling ice creams in the town.
It's so hot we couldn't help
How
ourselves.
could we possibly say no to ice creams? Okie dokie, so we're all pitched up. My tent is looking fairly damn good. Finn is also looking pretty good. Found ourselves a sweet little camp spot only about half an hour out of the town with a river flowing over there, which is very exciting because you know what rivers or lakes mean. Yeah, get me in at that river.
This is colder than any lake we've been in the last like 3 weeks.
Rivers are always freezing.
Ow. Like it's actually painful. So we were going to swim then, I promise, but it was just so unbelievably cold we had to go for a towel swim wash because that's just too cold.
Okay, so the rain's been going on or off while we've been sitting editing our video, and we're cooking up today's couscous now that we're in a bit of a lull.
I think the rain should hold off for the most part all night.
Me too. So we had our couscous, the sun's just come out, having our chocky now. Unfortunately, just because it's green doesn't mean it's mint flavoured. We've learned that the hard way. Yeah,
It's still really nice chocolate.
Still good as chocolate. I think we're going to pop off for an early bed, a 6 o'clock bed. Hopefully the sun will stay out just long enough for me to get to bed and then go away, because I kind of find it difficult to sleep with the sun still out.